All right, let's go. I'm Jason Yarusi. This is the Live One Podcast, the place you come to break the habits that no longer serve you so you can get the life you truly desire. Let's talk about goals. We have goals. And many times I hear people's goals and they go out there into some goal that they just state into the universe without any action plan behind them. And the result, most likely, is that that goal was never even started nor attained. So here is 5 things that you can do today to set out and actually conquer your goal. The first is just be absolutely critically specific about what that goal is. I hear, oh, I want to make $1 million. Well, okay, why? I want to make $1 million because if I do that, I will be able to quit my job because I will have enough money that I can go and invest that at 5% a year and be able to live off that 5% a year in perpetuity because that now covers all of my expenses. Okay, perfect, specific. The next is, what is the first step to take? That first step is everything because that first step dictates the second step. Usually we get a goal and we say, I want to make $1 million, but you just have the idea of making $1 million, but there's no action to it. You may have some ideas of what you have to do. I have to start a business. Okay. You have to, go out there and, find stocks I want to invest in, all these parts, find a piece of real estate, or you need to choose the first step. That first step is going to set you on the pace and it's going to build in confidence. The next is set a time to it, right? When do you want this accomplished to? I want to make $1 million. Okay. Is that in the next 50 years? Is that by March of next year? Is that fill in the blank? It has to have some part to it where you know you want to have reached this goal, because then that gets to number 4. You have to set the standard in your calendar of when you're going to be doing this. You have to put this in like it's your job, right? If you have a goal to reach, you have to put in, when are you going to do that goal? I want to run a marathon. Okay, fantastic. How is your training pattern going? The first thing you're going to do is get a training pattern. Okay, the next part could be get a coach. Okay, but when are you going to train for this marathon? And when are you going to do this marathon? I'm going to run this marathon at the end of August. Fantastic. I'm going to train when? Am I going to train in the morning, at lunchtime, in the evening, right? What is going to be your training pattern? So you have to put in there, to be specific, the first step, timely, and how this is going to be accomplished. And then number 5, which is just the most important thing, is don't give up. You hear so much noise from the people around you, and you set your standards based on what others say. I was at an event last weekend and I heard one of the speakers talking about, I finally proved myself to everyone around me. But in fact, you only need to prove yourself to you. And the true you is going to show up for your family, for your friends. You don't need their proof or their support for you to go out there and take action. The reason potentially, probably, they're not supporting you right now is that you've had goals in the past and you've actually never, ever gone out and achieved those goals. So we want the support, right? We want them to come to our side to lift us up and cheer us on when we've said many times we're going to do something, but we haven't followed through. It takes you to do the effort for you, not for anyone else. But if you want the support of others, achieve the goal. They will show up and support you, guaranteed. But on your way, it's going to be a journey that's you versus you. You have to wake up each and every day with you and your mind. You could be completely in a state of positivity right now. All the energy in the world. You could go out and crush it today. And tomorrow morning, you have to start all over again, getting your mind ready, getting all of your thoughts ready, preparing yourself and going out there and taking action again and again and again. We need more people who show up, say they're going to do something and follow through and do it. And it starts with you. So look at the journey ahead. Look at the goals that have passed you by or just never gotten started, or New Year's resolutions that have fallen aside, and ask yourself, have you been truly critical of the specific nature of that goal? Have you set in what is going to be the step you're going to take to start on the plan? Most of us, it's because we never just take that first step. We're so scared of the 15th, the 27th, the 87th step down that we don't even take the first step. You take that first step, then you build that little bit of momentum that you need to just keep going. And the snowball builds and builds and builds and builds until you're unstoppable. And then when are you going to get this done by? You have to give urgency to your matter. And how is this going to work out in your week, each and every week? When is it going to be a priority in your day? Because right now, to today, it has not been a priority. And then lastly, you're just not going to give up. You're going to put a work in each and every day, each and every week, each and every minute that is destined to be. You're going to give it your all. And lo and behold, the results may not be completely the goal. It might be 10 times the goal. It might be a lot closer than you were today. But if you think about where you've come based on where you started, you are going to be so proud of yourself, so fulfilled, and so energetic to go out there and try the next goal and the next goal and the next goal. That's how you live 100s, not settling for what you have, but understanding that the more you want is solely on your side of you needing to show up. All right, so if you want to say, well, man, where am I? Where am I along my journey of Live 100? You can go over to jasonyarusi.com. There's a free assessment. It's going to ask you some questions. It can really, truly give you an idea of how you're showing up in the moment. You go out there and live the life you truly desire. I'm Jason Yarusi. This is the Live 100 Podcast. Let's do this.